Wow. Just wow. That was a trip. Drakengard by Canvey, published by Square Enix. Take Two in PAL regions. What can I say about Drakengard? I don't want to spoil anything about this but the plot, so I'm going to tell you about the themes. The themes is a dark fantasy. There's very much, it's a dark high fantasy, but it's very underwhelming with the high fantasy because the darkness of it, the just depressing nature of the game. This is a dark game, probably one of the darkest Square Enix attached games I've ever played, opposed to, you know, the characters in Final Fantasy VIII. But in here, wow, I gotta say, just nobody is innocent in here. It's just everybody has a secret sin, and it's crazy. The story in itself is generic at most. At the beginning, boy wants revenge on evil empire. He's with the Union, and he must stop the Union, and he makes a pact with a dragon. That is the plot. That's all I'm going to give you, because the rest of it is just so much in the plot that sells this game. The gameplay itself is very good, but not great. It is an action RPG with a hack and slash modem where you can level up just your health, but you level up weapons, and just the array of weapons too is amazing. You pick up weapons like saying killing all these enemies in the field, and it's ridiculous how many enemies you can kill on one level. It is ridiculous, up to thousands of them. It plays very much like a Dynasty Warriors, but with more so RPG elements. Every weapon is maximum of up to level 4, and kills is, let's say you got a weapon, you do 100 kills, that weapon levels up. And with the weapon is given great detail. I love detail, like what material the weapon is out. It's made out of steel, how long the weapon is, how much it weighs, and it says sharpness, edge, blunt, whatnot. And it also, every time, it gives a little every level you level up the sword, it gives it a biography, kind of like this sword is cursed, blah 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 blah, and it keeps on going every level, and it's just really neat. And the weapon itself transforms, like the blade becomes bigger and sharper, new details is added each level, and that's the first gameplay aspect. The second gameplay aspect of it is go away, kitty, don't touch your microphone, kitty, sorry, that's my cat. The other thing is the flying levels. It plays very much like Panzer Dragoon. Remember that? When Sega had actually a good game franchise on the Sega Saturn? Panzer Dragoon, I remember that. That was more on the rails. This is more of a sandbox shooter. Arena type style. You get to fly to a certain way. It's not just on rails. It goes more freedom. And your dragon levels up as well as more kills she gets. And it's really fun. You get a lot of great grinding moments too. There's an open expedition and story mode. Open expeditions is if you think this level's too hard, you go there, grind a couple levels, and whatnot. I usually put on fucking Metallic and grind away and have a fun time to get stronger if I find a level, say, hard. Foolproof plan, of course. But the story, what sells it, is fucking dark. Not saying it all, it just has a very much theme of nullism, you know. There's no winning. Oops, but that's all more I'm going to give away. Cat, piss off. Cat's be annoying, sorry. Just crazy just how dark it is. The characters need decent voice acting. The main character of Kaim is the antithesis of most every Final Fantasy character out there. I counted, out of all 14 games, only 3 protagonists have black hair, dark hair. I don't know. I'm weird like that. I gotta judge a character by their hair color. I'm hair racist, as it were, because was the first character that brown hair in the series was 5. Was that Bart's? Yeah, or Butts. Then we got Other characters can't remember, Squall and some other guys. But in here, Kame is a bloodthirsty, revenge-filled psychopath that just wants to kill the Empire, every single one of them. And that's a nice change of pace. Like, nobody's innocent. He's a psychopath, someone else is a pedophile, somebody's eating children, somebody's a Campbell. It's like, nobody's innocent. Just these characters. I'm not going to say who, but it's just all these sins, there's incestuous feelings to someone and someone else. It's just is really dark, mature. It's a dark fantasy, something in the realms of, let's say, Game of Thrones. That's more adult approach, but that's more of a low fantasy. This is high fantasy. But I could go on, but just gush over this. I know they made a sequel, and they made a spin-off series that's more futuristic. The sequel takes years later, and it's more of a cheery and lighter atmosphere because, like, wow. This was twisted and fun sort of way. It challenged me, and it made me feel uncomfortable in certain moments, and I like that. I like games where they challenge me and make me feel something different opposed to the regular humdrum garbage of ABC type storytelling. Just twists around. There's multiple endings, multiple paths. It's very overwhelming, and they did make a kind of logical source of things, but I find the canon ending a bit, I don't want to say underwhelming, but it's the best ending of the game is bittersweet at best. The rest of them are just mind-boggling. Just what the fuck? Just that is just stab me and twist in my insides of just mindfuckery. Great game. Great. It just made me feel something, and it had an impact on me, and I like that. Some other games are just utterly forgettable and just shoved in, and just they didn't give a fuck. They didn't put any love into it, like Marvel Superhero Squad, Like, well, maybe in the writing, but the gameplay mechanics themselves, or whatnot, overall. In here, it's a great game. I'm gonna hunt down 2 when I can find it, and, yeah. Okay. That was Drakengard, and, may the force of evil become confused on your way to your house. Bye.